Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video. In this video, I want to give my impressions on the EA Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta. Now, a couple years ago, you had the first EA Star Wars Battlefront. I say EA because it's not the first Battlefront, so I kind of use that as a way to, that was their game. That game didn't have enough content. It looked like the movies, but it just didn't have enough content. Limited by, of course you had greedy EA behind it. It was just trying to piggyback off the success or the release of Episode 7. They're releasing it around the same, this game, EA Star Wars Battlefront 2, is also releasing beside a Star Wars movie, and that's Episode 8. I was disappointed in the first one they made. This one, hard to say from the beta. There's only 5 game modes. I'm going to get into the game modes. But the one thing I can say, they are including all the eras. So we're talking about the prequel movies and the original trilogy, also Episode 7 and 8. I believe they're including 8. And probably going to include in future DLC. DLC is free. The caveat though, microtransactions. It seems like every single game now has microtransactions. Now, I'll get into exactly some of the things that's in the microtransactions, like the loot boxes or whatever they want to call it. It's all the same crap. But let's get into the game modes that they have in the beta at least. Galactic Assault, which is the one I'm playing in this gameplay you see. 20v20, huge battles, most of them objective based. They're gonna have different objectives. As you see, I'm playing on Naboo, which is from Episode 1, and it's pretty much the Separatists, which are the battle droids, trying to escort a ship to the palace, and then you take the main, you take the throne room pretty much, and you win. Kind of difficult if you're playing with the battle droids to win that, because you got to protect the transport as you get to the palace. Then you only got a certain amount of lives depending on how much damage the transport took getting to the palace. So it can be pretty tough. You got to play really well as a battle droid. It's a lot harder. On the Republic side, you're pretty much just trying to stop them. You're either trying to destroy it or take damage it so much that they have almost no lives at the end when they're trying to take the palace, and you can easily wipe them all out. This works. I feel as though it works. The battle really picks up once you get into the palace. A lot of small corridors, and you're gonna really see 40 people fighting in that building. Especially when you get to the last point, it's one circular room with 40 people fighting in that room. Explosions and laser fires all throughout. As you can see, you're gonna see that later on in the gameplay. This gameplay is probably the funnest I've had. I've played like 5 or 6 games. Out of all those games up to that point, this was the funnest game I had. But getting to the rest of the game modes, Starfighter Assault, which is 12v12 space combat. When I played it, my recording messed up. Then I ended up playing another time, and it was like laggy. So I may go back to it. I may record some more, but it just didn't work whenever I tried to play it. So I just went back to Galactic Assault. Strike, which is the 8v8. I have no plans of playing that. And I think one of the ones that's going to be in the full release of the game is Heroes vs. Villains, which was in the last one. You're just playing as the hero characters, villain characters, and pretty much just trying to kill each other. Okay. Next, they had like an arcade mode. You play solo co-op, where you play like different missions. One of them you had Darth Maul. I tried that out. That was pretty fun. Hopefully, they have a long list. They did show some of the ones that they're gonna have. So, maybe those could be fun to play with a friend if they're, I guess, more in depth. Of course, you got the campaign, which obviously is not in the beta. Now, to get to the kind of the meat of the game, the classes, which was something that was completely omitted from the last game, which was in the PS2, PSP games back in the early 2000s. The classes are Assault, which is kind of like your all-around, your all-around character. Heavy, obviously more health, moves slower, bigger gun. Officer, which he's more like the support. He can buff teammates. Doesn't do a bunch of damage because he has a pistol, so you're going to get gunned down by most of the other characters. And a specialist, which is pretty much the sniper. Along with that, you have like enhanced group ground classes. You have like Super Battle Droid for the Separatist side, Wookiees for the Republic side. Just to name a couple. You also have, and to get those, you need to get those like enhanced characters and the hero characters and the spaceships and the tanks and stuff like that. You need battle points. And battle points work similar. I don't know if you ever played Homefront. It came out in last generation. It was a game where you build up points depending on how well you played. You played the objective. You got kills and assists or whatnot, and use those points to get abilities, to get like vehicles, land or air. And the more points you spent, the better that vehicle was. It works just like this. You have the heroes, which are the most expensive. I believe they're like 5,000 battle points or whatever. And I think this is a much better than what they did in the last game with the stupid Fisher Price bubble power-ups where people would just pretty much camp on it. I think this is a much better system. Now, of course, on the Separatist side, you have, for the hero characters, you have Darth Maul and Boba Fett. And for the Republic side, you have Rey, which is weird on Naboo. Should have been Obi-Wan. And you have Han Solo. And I'm going to tell you now, especially on the Separatist side, I can see why their heroes or villains or whatever are so powerful. Because you can really need them, but they get into that palace. They got Darth Maul. They got both Darth Maul and Boba Fett. And it's with good players. They're gonna run right through you. And one of my first games playing, that's what ended up happening. Obviously, I didn't know the map too well. So I think that there were a lot of people who just started just because it became public. And if I didn't already say, it became public Wednesday, which was the 4th. And no, it was the beta came out Wednesday, which was the closed one. You had to pre-order to get to that, and then it opened up on the 6th, and it's gonna pretty much run through the weekend. Now, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I played. Specifically this game right here. But like I said earlier, I'm not pre-ordering. I just can't trust EA. I can't trust EA. But to continue with the classes, because I always forget stuff. You have ability cards, which vary in rarity, because I remember there was like a pre-order bonus for it, whatever. As you see, I have one equipped, and as you play with different classes, you level those up. So you have one for assault, heavy, officer, specialist. You have to level up those certain classes. It unlocks more slots so you can pick those ability cards. Of course, you get the ability cards out of loot boxes. I assume they vary in rarity. At least it seems it would. But you have the ability cards. Also, you have like boosters, which are like XP boosters. There are a few other ones that are like one time only. So you have those. How will it affect the balance once people start the loot boxes, the microtransaction BS really starts to ramp up? I don't know. It could pretty much kill the fun for the game if you have people going out and spending money and easily becoming powerful than someone who rather not spend the money. So like games, I'm just hoping it's not like that. I'm just hoping it's not like that. But it seems like you can earn stuff. You can earn the money to get the boxes, but I just rather the boxes not be there. And this is the reason they're making the DLC free, because they know they're gonna make their money. They're gonna make way more money if they had paid DLC and no microtransactions. If they had microtransactions and free DLC than if they have DLC you had to pay for and no microtransactions. Microtransactions make these companies a lot of money. But I think I pretty much covered everything. Covered all the classes and stuff. Like I said earlier, I enjoyed what I played. I'm hoping the Starfighter Assault thing works. Just because I really do want to play the space combat. That was one of my funnest. That was one of the funnest things to me playing the original games back on PS2. So I'm hoping those work. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'm stopping a little bit early. You can watch the rest of the gameplay. It's really gonna pick up these last like 2-3 minutes of the game. I want to say, once we get into the palace, it's really gonna start picking up. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Did you play the game? Did you play the beta? What do you think about the beta? Or are you just gonna avoid it altogether? Just fuck EA. Which I won't blame you. That's pretty much the attitude you have to have with a lot of these companies out here, specifically EA. But hit that thumbs up button if you like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
My time. Fight with honor. Covering fire. Go. done, boys. Nicely done. Separatists are falling back and our fleet's arriving in system. I'd call this a victory.